Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geometry Nodes tutorial series. In today's tutorial, we are going to create this cool animated fuel indicator completely inside Geometry Nodes. The setup will include animated scaling, dynamic text values, and automatic color changes whenever the fuel level crosses a limit. So let's jump right into it. Starting in the Geometry Nodes workspace, and the default split screen layout is merged together. A new node setup is created. Before animating anything, the cube needs to be positioned correctly. The goal is to make the scaling happen only in one direction instead of expanding from the center. To achieve that, snap mode is enabled and set to grid, making it easier to align the cube precisely with the grid. Once aligned properly, the origin stays at the bottom edge of the cube. Because of this setup, scaling will happen only in the positive Y direction, which is exactly what we need for a fuel indicator animation. A transform geometry node is added, and increasing the scale value clearly shows the cube growing upward instead of stretching from both sides. To control the scaling, a combine XYZ node is introduced. The Y value is connected to a math node set to multiply with a value of 2 to increase the scaling speed. For smoother animation control, a map range node is added. The animation itself is driven using the scene time node, specifically the frame output instead of seconds. The frame values are remapped from 1 to 215 to a range between 0 and 1. Playing the animation now shows the cube gradually filling upward like a fuel meter. With the base animation ready, the setup starts feeling more like an actual indicator by adding annotations. A join geometry node is used so that multiple elements can be combined together. Then, a string to curve node is connected, allowing numbers to appear directly inside the viewport. Typing a value such as 0 instantly displays the text. Although it overlaps with the cube at first, a transform geometry node fixes this by shifting the text slightly downward around -8 or -9 on the y-axis. At this stage, the text still needs to update automatically with animation. Since the scene time output is a float value and the text system requires a string, those two cannot connect directly. That problem is solved using a value to string node. The frame value passes through this node before connecting to the string to curve node. Once connected, the numbers update dynamically during playback, making the indicator feel much more alive. To make the text appear solid instead of just curves, a fill curve node is added. The final touch is adding automatic color changes based on the fuel level. A switch node controls which material gets assigned, while the data type is changed from float to material. Two materials are prepared, green for safe levels and red for overflow. To define the condition, a math node set to less than is used with a threshold value of 100. The scene time frame output drives this comparison. As long as the value stays below 100, the indicator remains green. The moment it crosses 100, the material switches to red automatically. Playing the animation now gives a fully procedural fuel indicator with animated scaling, dynamic numbers, and automatic warning colors. The same technique can also be used for health bars, loading meters, speed indicators, or any other procedural UI-style animation inside Blender. Finally, arranging the nodes properly keeps the entire setup clean and easy to understand. And that's all for today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more geometry nodes tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.